Yeah, good day everybody. Darren Yankee with Akawai Farms. Thought I'd show you our 24 row 1770 NT 30-inch corn planter. This is currently available for sale. Got a 600-gallon tank on the main frame for a 2x2 fertilizer that goes on with precision planting conceals right beside the row on each side. We have two 200-gallon wing tanks. These tanks hold the in-furrow fertilizer that goes down in the furrow. That gets applied through VapplyHDs down to Furrow Jets. You can see the Furrow Jets applying that fertilizer in 3 different spots. Out the wings on each side and down the center. They have a little Keaton seed firmer on here. Got your VapplyHDs on every single row for the 2x2. And we have a VapplyHD on every 4 rows for the in-furrow. So to monitor the in-furrow per row, there is Red Bulls on here. And that's just because we have it broke down to 4 rows with a V-apply, so then you got to watch the red balls to monitor every individual row for the in-furrow fertilizer. We have Yetter Twist. These are new in the last 2 years, new bearings in them. We have some shark tooth trash wheels on the front. The blades and the bearings are new in here within the last 2 years. This unit does have a clean sweep air operated cylinders on the trash wheels as well. You can see the Conceal knife for the 2x2. There's one on each side of the row. We were trying these steel guards on the outside rows only, so the outside 2 rows have the steel guards on for the conceal. The rest of them have the wider rubber guards on. The gauge wheels here were all new this past season, so they got 2,400 acres on all the gauge wheels. The opening disc were new as well before this past season, so there's 2,400 acres on the new opening disc. We have Vset meters. Pop apart real easy. Got your disc, got your singulator. We run the 56-hole soybean plates is what we got in here right now. So then you can still use your corn singulator for that. So all we gotta do is change out the disc and the knockout every time we want to switch between corn and soybeans. And we do switch between corn and soybeans fairly often. But yeah, this has electric drive motor on it for the meter. Got Delta Force on this machine as well. The hydraulic downforce. Got the cylinders. That is very nice, going from a field that's work to a field that's no-till, or some folks we plant for have a field that they work part of it, or the headlands, or cut across the field at an angle, and then you don't got to worry about your down pressure. It's automatically on the go. We do have electric fertilizer pumps for the in-furrow. We have 2 of them on here. We were planting at 6 gallons per acre in furrow, the way we were set up. We got a hose reel on here with 35 foot of fresh water. Keep that planter clean. You can wash your hands with it. Whatever you may want to do. Has a water tank over there for feeding that water line. And then for the wing tanks, we have electric valves that you can turn on and off from the cab. So if you want to fill out one tank or the other tank, you can turn them on and off from inside of the cab. Therefore, you're not worrying about the fluid flowing from one side of the planter to the other. Also, this past season, we put on new depth adjust rockers, bolts, and the whole cast housing in there. The only thing that's left is the T-handle and the spring are old, but everything else got replaced. We have DuraWear, precision planting DuraWear arms on the gauge wheels. They're really nice. You can keep them adjusted nice and tight to your opening desk. All you gotta do is loosen this bolt up and slide your arm over to get them adjusted. And once you got them adjusted, all you gotta do is take this bolt off. If you need to take them off for some reason, take this bolt off and they're adjusted right where you need them to have them at yet. There's nice bearings in there. So that's a really nice upgrade that we just did. And it has the RK closing wheel updates on it with a bearing instead of the factory option. So this is a lot better. These are nice and tight. So what we're looking at is a really nice tight planter with a lot of precision planting products on here. As you can see, all the VapplyHDs. So this is the one that'd be for your in furrow. These two are each supporting the 2x2 on the left and the right of where we're standing. Does have a little air compressor on here for the clean sweep. Roll cleaners. Overall, it's a pretty clean planter. We've owned it for a few years. On the in furrow side, we have a valve as well. So when we're dropping down the in furrow, we can turn off the fertilizer going directly on top of the seed. So when we're planting soybeans, we don't put any fertilizer right above the seed. It all goes beside the seed with the wings on these Furrow Jets. So we can turn off that center one so there ain't no fluid coming down the center on top of that seed. And then when you want to go to corn, all we got to do is turn that back on and away we go. Got a little toolbox mounted on the side. And then to flush out your liquid system, we have hoses right on here. You hook right on and that feeds the boom of the liquid system on the whole planter. So when you want to flush them out with water, you just hook onto there at the end of the season, flush them all out, clean them out good. But overall, we're just upgrading to a planter that has more liquid storage on it. This one does have a remote alternator as well to run all that precision planting technology that is on this planter. Comes with a Gen 3 2020 monitor. Overall, it's a really accurate planter. So every row is like its individual planter. Controls downforce per row and seed placement per row. The 2x2 has a hydraulic driven pump on here, and you can pump a lot of fluid with that pump and put a lot down beside the row if you really want to. This is set up to be operated with 4 hydraulic remotes plus 1 return line. Otherwise, it's fairly simple to hook up. We have our precision planting wiring harness for the planter. We have our wiring harness for the planter box for the operation of the fold and transport position. Then you have your tail light wires. And this setup here is the one for the switch box and the liquid fertilizer to turn on the left or the right wing tank. And then of course you're going to have your air lines going into the cab here for the clean sweeps, which could be mounted remotely if you just get the module. You could read it right in the monitor. We still have the manual one yet, so we run the air lines to the cab. So it's really simple to hook and unhook. You got to unhook it multiple times during the season. But overall, it's a fairly clean planter. So we've owned it for 2 years now. It's field ready to head out. So you got 2,400 acres on it this year. It's ready to hit the field again. Got some remote lights on the back we just put on this season, so you can see behind the planter while you're planting. Or if you're filling in the dark, got some lights up here. Tires are pretty decent shape. As far as I know, to head to the field, you would need to do nothing to this planter. It is ready to go. All right, well, thanks for watching.